Movies on My Mind has 3 things to know about it. It's an exclusive series with now over 190 episodes. So if you want to snoop the whole series, you go there on Fourth Wall, which is developed by your favorite creators. If you want to get ahead of the curve while it's catching up to that, go over the Patreon right there. And if you want to stay right here, there's 42 public episodes rolling forward through time. Hit the like button, and here's the episode you clicked for. Movies on My Mind, Episode 2. Please don't watch this unless you've seen Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Maddie, what'd you think? It was good? Okay. I just got to start out by talking about the fact that, 1, this is not my first Mission Impossible movie I've cried to while watching. However, it is the first one that I cried on a first viewing, that I cried when sober, because the other movie was Mission Impossible Fallout, and I had been drinking wine with a friend while watching it. And the first time I've cried twice during the first viewing. If you're still here and you haven't seen it, please take all that to mean get out. Get out of here. Go. There's spoilers. Don't want spoilers. If you want spoilers, you are wrong. That is the wrong decision. Because I'll respect you if you want to do it. That's your choice. I'm just on the record. You're wrong. And this movie, 1, wow, I never would have anticipated that the villain would have been an AI, and if you had told me that before and it was any other team, I would have expressed doubt at how you could make it so perfect, so perfectly executed to last and not get old, to last over 2 movies and not get old by the end of 2 hours and 40-something minutes. Like, I can't even go to Twitter or Threads or anywhere and say, woo, this is how you do Ultron right. Like, perfect to a T, the best way possible, at least for the first half of the story, because it would give away just the biggest surprise that the biggest plot relevant surprise for the movie. And I guess that leads me to what I thought I was going to say was my biggest surprise, but in truth, before going into this movie, literally only a day or 2 ago, I started thinking about it, and I was afraid going into this movie, especially considering that Silo has been coming out on Apple TV Plus, and we were watching Silo, and Rebecca Ferguson is the main character there. Because of that schedule, I was like, oh no, what if that schedule conflicted enough with the filming of this that Ilsa will be the one to die? I was like, Ilsa or Benji, those are my 2 that I was guessing, because in the past, Christopher McQuarrie has said, like, Luther's the easy choice out of everybody, so I was really afraid that Ilsa or Benji would die in this movie. And the movie was so good that I had seen the trailer enough times that I had seen when Ilsa hugged Ethan in Rome or wherever they were, and the movie did such a good job that I was almost convinced at the statement that she was deceased. I was almost convinced early on in the beginning of the movie that Ilsa died.
I didn't think so.
I was not fully convinced. There was doubt. I was like, we didn't see it, so there's a chance, we're going to find out she's not dead. But it was doing such a good job that for me, I wasn't fully sure. At best, I might have been 50-50. But then later, when the entity said Hunt won't get there in time to save Grace, but Ilsa can. And that fight was starting, and especially when she got stabbed. Like, you can't do a fake out twice. I mean, obviously, you know what? The way they did the fake outs, where the first one was just an editing trick, we didn't see anything, and the second one was we saw a seemingly lifeless body. Well, I guess we saw a seemingly lifeless body the first time for a second, but like the moment where he's actually looking at her and she's still, and you see her face on the bridge, I was like, this team, if they wanted to, they could fake us out twice and somehow pull it off. But majoritively, I was like, you can't do 2 fake outs. That starts to become cheap. And interestingly, I told Maddie already, but interestingly, when she was dead, when I knew she was dead, I didn't start crying. It was when it all was settling in and Grace started asking about her. That whole scene. And then, like, in small, short waves, I just started having, like, ugly crying. Like, ugly, uncontrollable crying. Kind of a little bit of shell shock, if I'm being honest. Actually, yeah, that is. The first time I've ever cried and left a theater feeling shell-shocked was Blind Spotting. I cried 5 times. The second time was The Whale. I don't know how many times I cried, but I left that feeling shell-shocked. I did not leave the theater feeling shell-shocked this time, but I'm realizing while talking about it that that's how I was in short, small waves. When I was crying about Ilsa, I was feeling slightly shell-shocked because Rebecca Ferguson is such an amazing talent and has been so seamlessly weaved into this franchise as such an integral part that I almost didn't want to accept it.
Oh, Dad?
Yeah.
And when you talked about Silo and when you said she was in it, I just realized she was in it.
Really? I thought I pointed that out.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough. But this movie is a masterpiece of a part 1. It was an ever rising roller coaster. As weird as that sounds, instead of like being pulled up, it felt like you were going uphill on a roller coaster at full speed the whole time. Not unlike how Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt went towards the edge of that cliff.
He was like, so when are we going downhill?
Yeah, I love that. Because we all knew where that was heading. But, and Benji saying, I'm under a lot of pressure here. But I'm so freaking ready to hear tens of hours of podcast interviews with Christopher McQuarrie talking about this movie and the production of it and how they chose Ilsa as the team member who would die. And I would not be surprised one bit if her success and her filming of Silo led to that choice.
What if it was planned like that from the start?
Well, I know for a fact that they didn't plan any of this from the start of Rogue Nation. Are you saying when she started in the whole franchise or started on this film?
When she started, when she was first in it.
In the franchise? In Rogue Nation? Okay, that's what I thought you were saying, and that's what I was responding to. So, let me just say, I know for a fact that this was not a long-term plan because, especially on Fallout, Christopher McQuarrie talked about how he didn't even know what her story was in that film. He just knew that they were in opposition, and while they were filming, he was trying to figure it out, and he did figure it out. But yeah, none of this was planned. I mean, even in all the podcast episodes where he was doing interviews at Fallout, everyone was asking, like, are you going to do a trilogy? You going to do a trilogy? And he kept saying, I'm not planning anything. I want a vacation. I can't even start to think about doing one film at this time at all. And then, like, a month after those podcast episodes all were coming out, it was announced that we were getting Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2. So, and what he talked about is that his desire was to make a story that would allow character arcs for each member of the team, and not just Ethan. And in order to achieve that mission, it would require a 2-part movie or a 2-part story. And my gosh, is this hands down the best part 1 of this summer. And there's not a single part 1 that I've been disappointed with, personally speaking. I knew all of them were going to be part 1s going in, so that may have helped. But Fast X, Across the Spider-Verse, and Dead Reckoning Part 1, this, in my mind, is hands down easily the best part 1. And it, for any number of reasons, I think everyone can agree that Fast X is easily just a simple part 1 of a potential 3. Very entertaining. Across the Spider-Verse tried to be a solo movie, and that's why we got the beautiful 20-minute intro with Gwen Stacy and the ending monologue with Gwen Stacy. But I think that film could have been served a lot by actually cutting away from Miles when we saw that it was Earth 42, and then just following Gwen till the end. In terms of it not feeling as disjointed, I guess, even though I freaking love that movie so freaking much. This was the most consistent across the board, and the rug pulls, the twists, the red herrings, heck, we got 3 mask reveals technically on screen. And Christopher McQuarrie has always said that any more than 2 can turn into kitsch, can feel pretty goofy. And they pulled it off by having one of the mask reveals just be explaining the plan. And my gosh, this movie is so beautiful. I'm so glad that I'm seeing it tomorrow, that we're seeing it tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the fan screenings. If I wasn't seeing Joyride tomorrow, I would want to see it again on Tuesday. Tomorrow's Monday, today's Sunday. But unless Barbie comes out next week, I am seeing Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 3 times next week. I don't even care. I'm maxing out my AMC list. Yeah.
If Barbie is gonna be there,
then I'll see it twice. Yeah.
we will see it twice.
Do you mean we'll see Barbie twice?
Yes.
Okay, I meant that I'll see Dead Reckoning Part 1 twice next week. But if Barbie is as amazing as I'm hoping it will be, there is a good chance we'll see it twice in theaters. Whether that's next week or once a week for the next 2 weeks is up to, we'll see. But, hey.
The week it comes out, we are watching.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be there. Yeah, well, I don't know. I can't promise that. I got to fact check when it's coming out, or check that. But this movie is so freaking magic, and my God, was the editing its superpower. 1, obviously the editing in the beginning that didn't reveal that Elsa was still alive. That was good. But 2 of the best like jump scare reveal type edits. I don't even know how to describe it. But one when Ethan had to jump out of the car before the train hit the car, that edit made that moment when the final car fell and Ethan and Grace and Palm Clementieff were all alive or off the train car. That was the other one. My gosh, masterful. And the number of times I cannot wait to watch this movie endlessly and just enjoy all the moments that all the there were sound or sequences or no, there were sequences or montages or moments where all the sound was sucked out, and it was Jesus, dude. Do what? Dude, we're in traffic. Huh?
No, I'm not gonna. I said I'm gonna throw popcorn at that person, but I don't
Yeah, don't. But that was really stupid, and we're in traffic. I don't even understand what their goal was. Anyway.
Sir or ma'am, I will kill you.
Wait, what?
I was talking to the person in front of us.
No, what did you say?
I said, sir or ma'am, I will kill you.
Don't say that, Maddie. It's just a bad habit to get into. Trust me. But my gosh, this movie was magic. And having the what do you call it? What was Luther's nickname? Why am I blanking right now? I kind of get foggy brain after I cry. No, the when Benji was kind of feeling insecure about Luther's abilities, like, oh, you're saying Luther can do it better than me, faster than me? He's like, yeah. And he was like, don't question the... Oh, man. It was a callback to Mission 1 on the train when they were planning the Langley heist.
Whatever, we're going to see it tomorrow again. So.
True. But...
Well, again tomorrow, not tomorrow again. What did I say?
I honestly don't know. But what was it? I don't know. He had a nickname, and it's finally called back. What?
We're watching it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're not watching it with me. Not until you're older.
Watch it.
All right, Maddie. But...
You're bad dad.
Maddie?
No, you're a good dad.
Okay. I appreciate it. What was it? Anyway, I just love that they make that callback, and it's beautiful.
Donut. I'm gonna grab a donut.
No, yeah, it slid forward when I had to brake for that. Dummy. It's okay. We'll have donuts after. I'm about to wrap up. But either way, I am so excited to watch it again. And actually, feel free to remind me in the comment section over here what that nickname was. There's no engagement. It'll just give me an excuse to talk to you. Like, there's no algorithm that needs engagement. But, my gosh, that movie was so... I'm gonna conserve my energy. I had to drink 2 energy drinks to like feel awake, and my gosh, it was worth it. I'm so glad I didn't have to fight some like silly feeling that my body always does of feeling wanting to fall asleep, because I want to be here fully dialed in, and I was. And Haley Atwell and Palm Clementieff were amazing in this film, and my gosh, it is... I still got a lot of emotions to settle in terms of Ilsa, but I cannot wait to, I said it before, to listen to tens of hours of Christopher McQuarrie talking about this film. And I really want a nap now after that crying. Anyway, thank you for being here. Come over to the Discord and or talk here in the comments. And that was the second Movies on My Mind. Oh, if you're remembering from the first one, I actually decided in the meantime that if I was going to make the second one, it wasn't going to be on the way to picking her up. It was going to be after the movie, because otherwise I'd just be talking about how excited I am, but I wouldn't have anything to add. All right. Goodbye.
Popcorn.
That was her goodbye.
I'm living in a movie, there's a scene you gotta jump. I got my people at the viewing who all knew me selling tickets. Yeah, they're talking about the beauty. I see Scorsese outside saying this isn't cinema. Free man, I ain't doing shit tomorrow, I don't need plans. I'll be kicking it till April off for $3 grand. I don't even need the money, I just need fans. I just need fans.